Well, hello and welcome to AGECon 2010. Financial records in agriculture is the basic premise of the whole class. And I'm Todd Jones. This is a check-in video, a little bit different than just the introduction video that you might have seen above here. But I wanted to just get you familiar with some of the things that are going on and how I expect them to work through the class. One thing is communication is essential. I'll try to keep as up to date as I can on these things. My pact with you, almost a covenant, is that homework assignments will be turned back to you in a very short while, and within a couple of days if I can. Okay, there may be a few exceptions to that, but I'll do the best I can. I usually try to use Saturday mornings so that I can get those back to you on a timely manner. And with that goes the fact that all assignments, all quizzes, unless I want you to actually come in and do something a little bit ahead of time, I will tell you. But Friday is the day. And I needed to preface that a little bit with the fact that I do try to have the week open for you ahead of time, at least a few days, if not half a week. So I've learned that that's actually, once you get into the flow of things, that gives those people that need the weekend, they can get it done the weekend before and not worry about it. Those students that are used to the on-campus regimen of Monday through Friday, then they can complete it by Friday and be done with it there. Unfortunately, for you or for me or whatever, I know that sometimes or a lot of times some students get into the habit of actually doing things at the last minute. I'm going to encourage you. Some of the quizzes, you're going to have more than one chance, okay? And that's so that you increase your knowledge base. It's not for me, it's for you. If you do it all at the last minute, on Friday evening at 11:35, and then have to do the second iteration, or you run out of time and don't get that second time, well, that's somewhat on you. Okay? So anyway, I would encourage you to go in there, even if it's like on a quiz you get 2 chances, take it without studying, and then go ahead and do the second one. Later on in the week when you've had a chance to catch up, familiarize yourself with the materials and go through some of the lessons. Okay, so anyway, just a little bit of that. As far as grading goes, we're going to go with a 90, 80, 70, 60 type of scale. I don't give a whole lot. At the end of the term, as far as, if you're close, if you're between 70 and 80, that's a C. 70 and 79, okay? 79.5, okay? Getting real technical here. It doesn't mean that I don't want to interact with you about it. What I'm most concerned with is that if I'm going to jump you up with a 79.5 to a B, then I would really like to see some uptick or some reasons to do that other than just the total points. There should be some trends on your part. There should be the fact that you got dug in, you seemed interested, you've been focused, and that sort of thing. So anyway, those are the kind of things that will come to bear within this class. The other part is that I'd give you a little bit of leeway on any assignments that are due by Friday, and that would be labs or assignments. Now you can wait. I'll give you 7 days, but you're going to take 25% off the top. So if you miss anything in there, it's a 75 or less from there. So it really puts you behind the 8 ball when that occurs. So I encourage you to get your things in on time and do the best you can. Communication wise, you can email me. I'm not a great texter back and forth. I'm not a great emailer either, but I know that sometimes that's the best way for you to contact me. And so contact me through the Casper College email. I really, really encourage you to call me. And for that reason, the reason for that is because I know that sometimes you just have one question, but then a question leads to another question. And you know, the overall thing is that we get to actually exchange some ideas and further your information that you have or your understanding of the material, and I can assess it a whole lot better that way with a phone call. So anyway, I will return my phone calls unless it's on a weekend very promptly within that day, and I would also promise you that. I try to keep each one of the weekly blocks within this online course fairly consistent. You'll see I've got it in the background here, but anyway, I try to put my videos, I'll try to do a little bit of text at the very top explaining what the week's going to be about and what I expect you to do. Maybe also put in when the assignments are due. You already know they're due on Friday, okay? Quizzes and discussion boards are due on Friday too, but I don't give you any leeway with those particular instruments. And the reason I don't do that is the fact that a quiz is a timely thing. And then also a discussion between your classmates is also a timely thing. So if you weigh in on a question that I ask, and I want you to feed some impact, I'm not doing it so much for me, although I'll be looking at it for assessment and seeing where you're at as far as your understanding. But I'd like you to throw out what you think so that your classmates can weigh in and can think about it and maybe look at it from a different perspective. Okay? So forums, there's no makeup on them. If you have extra deals going on in your life, you know, here at the college, a lot of times we've got livestock judging, we've got rodeo and all those kinds of things. You know when those are going to happen. Okay? It's not that I've got an iron fist here, but you know. So you're going to have to figure out your schedule accordingly and master that. And I expect you to do that. If you get behind the 8 ball again, then on something like this, then I would expect that you would get a hold of me well in front of the due date, so that possible, and I'm not saying I will do this, but a possible accommodation can be made. Okay? I'm fairly easygoing, I think. Those self-assessments are kind of difficult at times. I don't like to be played by students. I love to teach, and I'm glad you're in this class. I know some of you. I know that some of you are on campus, some are off campus, maybe even at the university. I think this diversity actually adds a lot to a class like this, and so I hope you enjoy and interact between students. Don't just isolate yourself. We're only going to get a few chances through the semester to actually interact amongst yourselves, but take advantage of that, because it's the networking and that sort of thing that can actually give us a big boost in what we know and how we know it. how we're going to implement things. So anyway, I wish you all the best, and this video in the future is going to be a lot shorter, as it's called a check-in video. If you have any questions, I would encourage you to look over the syllabus. There's a lot of verbiage in there, and of course there's legalese type of stuff towards the second page and that sort of thing. But the things that I expect of you are fairly simple and straightforward. So I look forward to it. I'm excited for the semester, as I always am, and I hope I get to know you better as the semester progresses. So over and out.